Greek basil, agroplants.org, also known as Greek Yevani basil. So this hibiscus, it's a type of basil. It's perennial evergreen, or it's possible also to grow it as an annual plant. It's used for the edible leaves, and except this, it can use as ornamental, because of the lovely leaves also. If you like green, this is your thing. Can grow as a bonsai, small, design it a little bit like a dwarf tree or bonsai. Can grow in variety of climate, but before this, don't forget to subscribe. It's really helped me to continue and create more video. Except this, if you want to purchase this Greek basil, you can have a link below, link in the right top side. And if you purchase, this is donation for this channel. Except this, if you like, of course, always do a like. It's really help always, and it's good for the ego, so it doesn't matter. So it can grow in variety of climate. It can be tropical, Mediterranean, subtropical, or as indoor as a houseplant. Perennial is a hardiness zone of 10B, and with the right overwinter care even in 10A. And of course, as annual in hardiness zone from 5 to 10A. Possible to grow it overwinter in the winter as an indoor, so it means that in the summer you take it out, and in the winter you put it back home, and then you can actually grow it in very cold climate as a perennial, because it can grow as a house plant, but it's better outdoor. So the leaves are green, light to dark. The leaves small, high density, in ovate shape. The flower color white, small flowers grow in inflorescences on the stems. Except this, how to grow it. So, how to grow? Warm weather, rich soil, mulch on the soil, especially in the beginning or in the winter, and well-drained soil. You need to take care of this, like add more water in hot summer days, fertilizer like once a year at least, put organic matter, prune once a year, and consider to prune the bloom stem because no point. Except this, you can start to grow it by plant seeds or cutting. If you choose to grow it by cutting, you have few options. Explanation I will in the end. But in order to grow it, you need nothing special. Planting season for an annual plant in the spring in 5 to 10. As perennial, spring to summer in hardiness zone of 10B. Spring to autumn in hardiness zone of 11, and hardiness zone of 12 plus all the year. Major pests are aphids. It's annoying but manageable. Pruning can be all the season or all the year, depend annual or perennial. And prune mostly the bloom stems, and for design. If you want to design it like a dwarf tree or a bonsai, it's not very hard. It's just design it however you want. It's amazing plant for a beginner for bonsai. Why? Because it doesn't require much, and it's anyway will be small, you know. You don't need to make an effort. It will be anyway like this. The height of the plant will be from 10 to 20 centimeters, so it means 4 to 8 inches. And in the right condition, it's medium growing, and in amazing condition, it will be fast growing plant that require average amount of water, light condition, full sun to full shade. If you have too much full sun, it will be a problem. Why you will have too much flowers, it's hard to harvest, and mostly when you grow it, it's for the harvesting. So this is a problem. So the question if you can grow it indoor, and the answer is yes and no. It's in half shade, but can grow with a lot of light if you can give it enough amount, give a lot of light. If you give enough light, it will grow as indoor. It's not a classic indoor plant, but it can survive. This is why I said in the beginning that you can grow it indoor, but better to take it out for the sun, or at least half shade. It will be much better. When you grow it in a container, 5 liter to 12 liter will be usually enough. It's been 1.5 to 3 gallons. Require average amount of water, and keep the soil moist, but let the water go out of the pot. If not, you will have some problem. If you grow it as perennial every few years, check the roots that it's not overcrowded, and also if you grow it as a perennial, better to switch the soil every few years. The soil should be well ventilated with good drainage, rich with organic matter, and you can use potting mix or pit soil with perlite or vermiculite. I prefer the perlite with the pit soil. This is my idea. Blooming season, usually in the summer, but in a hot area like in the desert, it might bloom from the spring to the autumn. And this is a headache a little bit, but possible just to cut it. It attracts pollinators, but not that much like other basils, so not really a point to grow it for this. Okay, so edible leaves. You can harvest all the year in hardiness zone of 11 plus, spring to autumn in hardiness zone of 10, and spring to autumn as an annual. But the difference that as an annual you must prune them in the autumn, and in the hardiness zone of 10 you just wait for next year and you can harvest again. Except this, you can use the leaves for salad, spice, eaten raw, herbs, or just pesto. It's a good for pesto, but the leaves are small, so it's a little bit more work than if you would have a big basil, but it's a different taste. So at least in my opinion, I feel different taste. So if you don't feel so, just use whatever big leaves you find, but if you feel that there is a little bit hint of different kind of pesto, you should use this one. Of course, if you prefer others. Okay, so cuttings. This is the easiest part, I think. Usually you put it in water, you switch the water every few days. Do it in the spring or in the autumn. In very hot climate, it's also possible. Possible also in the summer, but less good, I think. Especially if you have really hot summer. If not, it's possible. High humidity, warm season, okay. Shade with light or half shade with light, it will be good enough. When you want to grow it from seeds, it's also an option. For more information, just read the website. I will give just growplants.org, of course. If you want, so sowing in moist soil, high humidity, and sunny location. It's important. If not, it won't germinate. This is usually the most best to do it in the end of the winter in a hot climate, and spring to the spring. Spring only after the last frost in cold climate, or just do it indoor. It is possible. Planting spacing 20 on 30, it means 8 on 12 inches, possible less, but it will be enough. Require average amount of water. It takes usually between 1 to 3 weeks in order to germinate. Except this, it's a kind of basil. It's not bad basil. The disadvantage of this basil, as I said, the leaves are small. But some people like it more the taste, so it's okay. But if you don't see the benefits of the taste, I'm not sure that this is the right plant for you, because it's much more work than you have like lettuce leaf basil, or even regular sweet basil, or cinnamon basil, or other kind of basils that are, not very far in the taste. You need to be a little bit more to feel the difference if you want, and if not, it's just a waste of time, because it takes much more time to work and separate small leaves than big leaves. This is the deal here. That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy and come visit us again.